What's up, YouTube? What's up, listeners? What's up, PlayStation Nation? What's up, PlayStation Nation All Stars? Shout out to everybody in the group. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the subs. Enough of that. Let's talk about Paris Games Week 2015. Sony was there. Sony had a press conference. Sony skipped Gamescom's 2015 to be at Paris Week. Paris Games Week's 2015. How good did they do? They did excellent. They did excellent. Regardless of if you're a hater or not, Sony nailed it. A lot of things, their pacing was kind of a little bit slow. I'm not gonna say off, but kind of slow because they showed a lot of games that we've already known about. You know what I'm saying? And some of these games they showed that we've already known about, like let's say Street Fighter V. They announced a new character, which he's not really new, but he has a new look, which is Dalsim, the guy from India. The Yoga Flame, that guy. I like his look. He has a beard. He looks older. He looks wiser. You know what I'm saying? He should be in his element completely now. He will be available. You know what I'm saying? Then they announced there's going to be I think like 5 or 6 more characters to be announced before launch and everything. And they actually made a release date, which is February 2016. Day one purchase for me because I'm a Street Fighter fan. Then they talked about Tekken 7, which we already known about Tekken 7. We already know the premise of the story. You know what I'm saying? The Mishima family bloodline and Kazuya's mother is supposed to appear and everything, which got me hyped for this. You know what I'm saying? Again, because Tekken 6 kind of made me, no, it done got out of control now. It's not what Tekken is, but for some reason, I got a feeling Tekken 7 is going to bring that all back. They announced Drive Club bikes, which to me, Drive Club, and this you can call me being a fanboy or whatever, but Drive Club has been the best racer last year and this year. And I say that because last year when it came out in October, yes, the multiplayer was broken. It wasn't. It just wasn't ready. It wasn't fit. It wasn't there. The servers weren't enough servers. But the game itself played great, you know what I'm saying? And it looked great. It was fine. The game wasn't broken. Um, it's challenging and everything, and it's a fun racer, and everything. And it has came a long way from the day one version of it. And a lot of people still today it talks about how great this game looks because it damn near looks like it's real. So they announced Drive Club bikes, which is an add-on and available after the showing, which you can go purchase in the PSN store right now. And from the pictures I've seen from fellow gamers in PlayStation Nation All Stars, this looks fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Motorcycles, I don't know how they handle yet. The last time I played a game that included motorcycles in it was Burnout Paradise, and I tried to get somebody to compare the two, but they didn't even try the motorcycles in Burnout Paradise. So I think this is an answer for Xbox One and the backwards compatibility with Burnout Paradise. You know what I'm saying? Why you want to play something last gen that's old when you can play something new and looks better? With the same kind of premise almost, but more realistic. Which Drive Club is just an arcade. Um, they talked about the Wild, this game called Wild, which it looks fantastic. To me, I thought this would probably be just a digital only game, but the premise of this game, the ideology of this game and everything, I think this is going to be a physical release. Because it's the things you're doing in this game. You're a shaman, and you can communicate with the animals, and you can actually become one of these animals, mentally, whatever, and go out and do these quests and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and all these objectives to finish, a certain mission, a certain specific mission. The graphics on this is outstanding. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying. They didn't say much about it. They didn't talk about much, but they showed it and everything, and it looked great. Crytek will be developing this game called Robinson, which is for VR, and they showed a trailer. When it comes to Crytek game, they trailers look awesome, but at the same time, you got to take their shit with a grain of salt because a lot of their games be looking great, but just not fun. So I'm not gonna sit back and say, "Oh, they won't buy for me." Nah, whatever. Um, They also talked about this game from Housemarque called Matterfall, which, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because they've been batting 1,000 on their games for this gen, Dead Nation and Resogun. And I love both of those titles. I need to go and platinum both of them, but I really don't have the time. I have so many games. But yeah, Matterfall, all they showed was a trailer. I know it's going to be fun because I've had fun with the other games. They never let me down. You can sit back and say I'm being biased towards Housemarque and Crytek, but you know, how many Crytek games do I own versus how many Housemarque games I own? You see what I'm saying? Okay. Then they talked about. Oh well, they didn't talk about. Quantic Dream came out and announced their new IP, which was conceived from the demo Kara last gen on the PS3, which that demo looked great. Just the thing about Quantic Dream, they always put a lot of detail and love into their games, and to see what they have to present this generation on the PlayStation 4, can your mind comprehend what is it? I mean, they showed a trailer to the game, and the trailer looks great. It looks fantastic. Everything on the screen looked almost about real. They got great wet looking water physics. The only thing I don't like about water physics today is nobody can master how wet hair will look. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody does that, bam, you know what I'm saying? Realism, here we come. But yeah, Quantic Dream came out and they showed Detroit Becoming Human. They weren't purchased for me. I was kind of let down because they didn't say anything about Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls HD remake or remasters or whatever you want to call them. But they've already said those games are coming. They just didn't say nothing about them yesterday at Paris Games Week. Then okay, let's talk about PlayStation VR because a lot of these games that they did announce will be on with PlayStation VR. Gran Turismo Sport will be a VR game as well. It'll be compatible with the VR. And Gran Turismo Sport looks great, fantastic. We'll be able to try it out early next year. I think it's going to be a beta, whatever. And I think this is going to be just like prologue, and what I'm saying, it'd be something we can all sink our teeth into and get used to until the actual Gran Turismo 7 when it's revealed, which will probably be like a year later. But PlayStation VR, I want to talk about this real quick, and I only got 2 minutes. Um, Sony has been, saying they've been doing almost everything right. Like I said, almost, not everything, but almost everything right this generation. From the price of the PlayStation 4, the games of the PlayStation 4, the specs of the PlayStation 4, these games are looking great, playing smooth. Not many games for the PlayStation 4 has come out broken. If I'm right, I don't think any first party titles has been broken. Now, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Drive Club Online was, kind of, it was messed up, on launch day, but that was just the online. The game itself played fine. But anyway, they've been doing everything right, and with this PlayStation VR headset, you got one shot to make everybody happy, and that's the price. Sony has been kind of mums on the price. They haven't said nothing on the price yet. And the thing is, I think they trying to figure out how they want to, what kind of range they want to put. They say it's going to be the price of a new console. But if you look at it, these consoles from $399 to $499, you can't do that when you have a console that just went on sale for $350 this year. You can't make a peripheral that's $350 to $400 to $500. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it is compatible with the PlayStation 5 when it comes out. You can't do that because not many people is going to buy it. So therefore, you're not going to have everybody experiencing VR like you want them to. So my thing is, if Sony, if you make the PlayStation VR $250, now that's the price of a handheld console, then you have hit the sweet spot and you will make fans happy. That's all I got to say right now. Check me out in my next video when I decide to drop it at the end of the week. PlayStation Nation All Stars. Peace.